Hey everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Welcome back to 12 Days of Sparkle and Shine with Daisy and Christy. Today I'm going to go ahead and work with this sketch that I saw on the Redefine Creative / Secret Not Secret Kit, the public form page from Christina. And what it is every Thursday she posts a sketch to play along with. And I'm about, 3 weeks behind, but I did want to use this sketch to go ahead and work with the theme for today. And our theme is glitter. Now, I don't have a ton of glitter, with the exception of things like embellishments and chipboard and stuff like that come pre-glitterified already. But I just happened to luck out because in my advent calendar that I got for, again, Secret Not Secret Kit Club, there was a tiny little package, the perfect amount actually, of silver glitter flakes, and I'm going to go ahead and use that. But I'm going to show you a few ways that the glitter that I do have, how I'm going to go ahead and use it on this layout. And like I said, I felt like using this sketch was really going to help me do what I wanted to do. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is figure out my lines and all of that fun stuff. I'm going to go ahead and stitch them. I do stitch them in a navy, partly because that's what was in my machine and I was too lazy to change it, and partly because the photo I'm using right there is of my son and he is wearing a blue shirt. And so I felt like using the blue would work a little bit better. So you're going to see me do that. You're also seeing me retrace my lines. So funny story. I was looking at it and I was measuring. I was trying to do a little bit bigger than 2-inch squares, but not a whole lot bigger. And the first attempt that I did was, they were too big. Like it was way more than it needed to be. And so I just kind of trimmed it down a little bit so it was even tighter to the 2-inch margin. And then I went ahead and stitched. So I like that better. It gave me a nicer border around the edge. And so I'm all for that. I'm kind of showing you here my plan with the glitter. It didn't come out very easily, so I was like, I'm just going to leave it there so you get the point of what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to play around with some paper and try to figure out where everything's going to go. This was my original idea, was to have the photo up there. Yes, he's looking off the page. That part wasn't really bothering me because of the fact that we're talking about a new tradition, which is Jackson. This is the first year he got to put the star on the top of our tree, because this is the first time we've had a star, because it's the first year we've had a real tree. So not a real, it's fake, it's artificial, but it's real in the size fact. We have, for the past 4 or 5 Christmases, had just a fake Charlie Brown Christmas tree that was tiny, but we lived in a basement suite and it's what worked for us and we just went with it. And so this year, being in a house, we were able to get a tree, and I don't think on purpose we meant to get as big as we got, but we ended up with a 7-foot Christmas tree, and Sean actually had to bend the top of the tree down so we could get the star on top of it. It was really funny. But it's going to be beautiful. And over the years, because we do collect ornaments every year, it's going to have lots of room for all of that and be just filled with beautiful memories of our family every year. So I'm so excited for it. And that is what this layout is about. And I just felt like it was going to work with my glitter theme. So you're going to see, I'm trying to play around, figure it out. And then I'm kind of like, I just don't know. Again, trying to follow the sketch. I did want to go ahead and use the idea of 2 of the strips being 2 inches, so 4 inches by 2 inches. So it had that fun difference to it. But when I cut the green pattern paper, there's a bird on it. So the bird had to be laying in that orientation. I couldn't flip it or it wouldn't have worked. And I was debating about using that reindeer and fussy cutting that reindeer up and making that work, and it's just not going to. So I decided I was fine with that. I like the back of that pattern paper as well, which is like the candy cane stripes, and it kind of tied in the red and the green together. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with it, and I'm glad I did. I think that it worked out really well. I did leave it as a 4-inch strip at first to see if I could make it work. Again, I didn't want to, it's, excuse me, it's always easier to trim things down, right, than it is to add. So I was being cautious with myself. And I'm just kind of playing around. So while you see me do that really quickly, I want to say I hope you're having a fabulous week in between your Christmas and New Year's. It's the weekend here, Saturday, and it's actually Friday right now, but it will be Saturday when this goes up tomorrow. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice, still fighting this silly cold. I have had it going on almost 2 weeks now. It's a weird cold and quite exhausting. So I really apologize about how I probably sound in my voiceovers, and I'm trying to make it go away as quickly as possible. But again, I would like to apologize, because I know sometimes it's hard when you can hear sickness in people's voice trying to watch a voiceover. So here is, excuse me, my third way of doing glitter. So the first one is I'm going to make that little glitter pocket. And then the second way is that strip of gray black is glitter paper. And so my third way is adding this glitter paste. So it is like finely ground glitter in glue, I suppose, in like a green. And I went ahead and added that to 3 different spots, which created my visual triangle that I always try to get into a layout in some way. And it definitely worked. I struggle with the color green. I like the color. I don't have anything against the color. It actually used to be one of my favorite colors growing up. But I can do teals all day long. Like the lighter, the minty greens, I can do that. But when it comes to the darker greens, I struggle. And so because this is a Christmas layout, I'm trying to get it on there and make it work, and kind of just ignore the fact that my son is wearing a blue shirt. And that's how it works out. And it's fine. Sean's wearing a black shirt, so I was able to bring in the darker elements, whereas that dark glitter paper really kind of worked. And it all just kind of ends up tying itself in together. So at the moment, I have those 3 ways, plus I added those gold stars, and they have glitter in them. So that's 4 ways, which, yay me! And now I'm just trying to decide which pattern paper I'm going to go ahead and use to back the whole layout. I needed some sort of pop of color behind it. It needed something. And I go ahead and use the red. I was going to use the green, but it was a little too much. The red is a nice, it's kind of like a muted red. So it just is kind of barely there. And that's what I needed. So I like that a lot more. And then I finally just add my finishing touches with that little chipboard tree. I'm going to back my photo with some more of the black glitter paper. And then my last way that I'm adding in the glitter is with this little frame. It's going to kind of encase my title, and it just fit in there perfectly. So I'm really pleased with the way that turned out. I will add journaling. I haven't figured out where it's going to go. I have a lot to say, so I might do some hidden journaling, and that you can just pull out to talk about this fun new tradition that we're doing. So I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to head on over and check out Daisy's take for today, and we will be back tomorrow with another day. We're plodding right along here, and I'm not even sure what day we're on, to be honest with you. I think this might be day 5 itself. So we're almost halfway through, and I love this series. So here's a look at my final image, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Bye.